Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I thought I would come on and talk to you about Scentbird. I was contacted fairly recently by someone from Scentbird to ask me if I wanted to try their perfume subscription service. And my first instinct was to say no, because I have over the last few years belonged to a few different perfume subscription services, and while I enjoyed them, what I found was that most of the time what the scents that were sent to me were not scents that I enjoyed. I found a few new ones through the services, but most of what I received I didn't use. So how is Scentbird different? Well, first of all, Scentbird, when you sign up with Scentbird, you go through a process where it asks you, you know, what types of things you like, and it does sort of this assessment, and so they can recommend perfumes for you. So that's one thing that I found that's different. They actually try to find out what perfumes you would enjoy. However, once you go through that process, you don't have to select any of the perfumes that they recommend for you. You can choose from any of the perfumes that they have available, and I believe it's over 400 at this point, and that number is growing. And you can select whatever one you want to receive that month. So, you know, it's fully up to you what you get from them every month. That makes them a little different than most subscription services that I belong to, where they just send you perfume samples. The other thing that makes them different is the size of the sample you get, which this is the thing that really was the driver for me saying yes to doing a review for them. You get from them, first of all, the first time you order from them, you get the carrier. So the Scentbird carrier comes the first month, and to use it, you twist it up and your perfume is inside, and then you just spray from here. So, and then twist it down when you're done. So this makes it easy to carry in your handbag or to travel with. So that was the first thing I really liked. They also send it in a, you know, little fake velvet pouch for if you're interested in that, which makes a nice gift, but I don't know that I would ever really use that. So here's what I think sets them apart. What do you get from them every month? You get an 8 ml sample from them of the perfume of your choice every month. And an 8 ml sample is very, very large in terms of perfume samples. They say this will last you 30 days if you use it twice a day. So I think it will actually probably last you longer than that. So this is a tremendous size sample, and if you are familiar with buying perfume samples off of decant sites, so if you wanted to try a perfume and you haven't been able to get a sample or whatever, you can go on perfume decanting sites and buy samples, and an 8 ml sample on a perfume decanting site will cost you a lot of money. Depending on the perfume, you know, some of them are like $60. I would say anywhere from $30 to $60 for an 8 ml sample. And at Scentbird, you get this every month for $14.95, and they ship it for free. So I think it's a tremendous deal as well. So I think the fact that you get to pick the perfume they send you, you get an 8 ml sample for $14.95 shipped for free every month, makes it a really good deal. So I think if you're someone who's trying to build a perfume collection and you want to have a bunch of different perfumes, this is a great way to go, because you can own a perfume for $15 that will last you. I mean, if you don't use this every day, this is a big sample. It's going to last a long time. You can use it without the sprayer. It sprays just fine without this as well. So if you're worried about only having one of these, because you only get this once, it's a great. It still works. It still sprays just fine. So I think that that's a really great, it's a really great deal. Or if you're like me, and except for a couple very key signature scents, I'm kind of fickle when it comes to my perfume, and I will smell a perfume that I think I really like, and I'll buy it, and you know, after a month or two I'm kind of bored with it, and then I've got, you know, this $60 or $100 or $200 bottle of perfume that I don't really like to use anymore, which is kind of a waste, when for $15 I can have that perfume and use it, you know, and then decide whether I want a full-size bottle or you know, and I haven't invested in a full-size bottle. So I really think this is a really good concept for a way to buy perfumes. You know, also, like I said, if you travel, it's very convenient for travel. It's $14.95 a month if you go month to month. If you do like a 3-month subscription, it's a little bit less. If you do a 6-month subscription, it's a little bit less, and that kind of thing. But you do get to pick the perfume yourself every month from anything that they have. And like I said, they have, I think, like 400 perfumes right now, and that's growing. So I think it's a really good deal if you're like me and you like to have different perfumes, but you don't necessarily go through a whole bottle and then you kind of get tired of it. Or if you want to build a collection, you know, for $15 a month, you can build a really nice perfume collection. And they have really, really good brands. They have, you know, they don't carry typically every scent from every brand, but they've got a couple of Tom Ford fragrances out there. They have Guerlain fragrances. They have some of the Hermes fragrances, Armani. There's lots and lots of brands to choose from. So I thought that was a great idea as well. And then the other thing is I went through, you know, they have you go through like a little questionnaire so they can choose some fragrances for you. And so I went through that process to see how well they would do. And it did really well. So some of the fragrances that they recommended I actually already own. And the one they recommended first is the one I got from them. And it is the Carolina Herrera CH, which is her new fragrance. And I hadn't smelled this fragrance before, but they recommended it for me. So I said, okay, I'll take that one. And I really like it. It's totally me. It's a very deep, dark fragrance. It's very woody. It's a little bit powdery. It's sort of a wintertime, nighttime sexy fragrance, I think. But it's definitely a me fragrance. So their algorithm that's processing sort of all of your answers to the questions seems to be very good at doing perfume recommendation as well. So, so that's why I agreed to come on and talk about Scentbird for them. I typically, as you guys know, it's pretty rare that, you know, I agree to talk about a product for someone, but I thought, like, this worked out really, really well for me, so I thought I would come on and talk about it. If you're interested in trying the process, you can go to the Scentbird website and go through the questionnaire process and see what it would recommend for you without even signing up. So that might be interesting to you. Or if you want to sign up, I will put the information below on how to find their website. I don't get anything for it. You know, it's not an affiliate thing or anything like that. I just think it's a really interesting concept, and I hope her company does really, really well. So that is it for today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.